So this is a quick overview of how to use Axle 2012 and what you can expect using Axle 2012 with Archiware PresSTORE for doing archival to tape or second tier storage. So the way Axle works currently with its archive implementation is we choose a location within Axle as to where we are going to put our archives. Whoops. And within the selection, when we select where we want to put these archives, it just creates a path on our file system. You can see I've chosen in my storage grid here a folder called Axle Archive, and then it creates a directory called Archives, and that's where it puts its media. So what we do is we have PresSTORE actually watch that media using the automated archive functionality within PresSTORE. And our archive plan, we look at our Axle index. Within our index options, we disable the extensioning for easier browsing. And then we turn on automated archive, which is watching that Axle archive. I have it set to run every 2 hours right now. And then there's a couple of other options we do here. We can delete the files only so that as soon as they're archived off to tape, we've got a good copy of on tape. We can remove them from the archive location so it doesn't get full. And then we've got a custom preview generator here, and we've also got a custom metadata generator here. And that's going to pull over our low-res proxy and our XML metadata from Axle. So to actually archive something within Axle, all we have to do is find some clips that we'd like to archive. So let's say we want to grab these 4 clips here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll highlight those and then we'll drag them over to archives and put them in the archive. What you'll see is Axle starts to do its business, and in the background it created for today a couple of new directories. You can see it's creating those directories. Those directories have all the important information associated with them. And within 2 hours, PresSTORE is going to pick up that information and move it over into its archive index. What I'm going to do is run that job manually rather than scheduled, just so that we've got the capability of seeing what happens here. So we're going to go into archive and manually archive that footage. And you can see we are doing our archive right now. So now our archive is complete within PresSTORE. We can see that there are now little arrows next to these clips indicating that they've been moved to the archive within Axle. We can actually browse our archive by clicking on it and seeing all the clips that are there. But if these clips are offline, because they are currently, we've pulled them offline, let's look at what it looks like within PresSTORE. So I've actually logged in to PresSTORE as a non-privileged user that only has the ability to restore. When we click on Axle Archive, we can see all of our different days that we've archived stuff. So let's go to today, and then we can see all of our different clips within here. And if we click on any given clip, we can see by clicking on the asset, we've got all the metadata that was associated with that clip that we choose to bring over, and a low-resolution proxy. If we go to maybe a clip here that has more metadata associated with it, we can see that our project and do not distribute and location information was filled in, as well as a few other ancillary metadata fields that I chose. And that information is all stored within PresSTORE, so we have that ability to restore anywhere we want. If we want to send it back into Axle now, we simply highlight the asset, click the restore button, PresSTORE goes out, finds all that information, hit start, and PresSTORE is now going to move all that data back onto our SAN.